And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, for the third and final game of this best of 3 series. The map will be Ohana LE. In the upper left-hand corner, we have the red ZvP player, Acer Nerchio, able to pull out that second game on the map of his choice in a very, very powerful fashion. Excuse me, my T was trying to escape. His opponent in the lower right-hand corner, that's the blue Protoss player, Creator Prime, hailing from Korea, and it is Ohana LE. Creator Prime, I do believe, picked this map. This is a fairly strong PvZ map. Doesn't have huge imbalance or anything like that, but Protoss does feel pretty confident because it's pretty easy for them to get up to 3 bases. I mean, like, you know, their natural is here, third base is right here. They can just park their army in this general area and defend everything they need to. So that does make things a little bit more difficult for ZvP folks when you don't have the ability to really abuse the mobility of your race. Plus, it's not a big enough map for Mutalisks to really be super powerful or anything like that. So Creator Prime certainly choosing a map that does lean to his race's strengths, but you know what? That doesn't mean Nerchio is out of this. This is certainly a map ZvP players can win on, but I don't know if this is a map Nerchio can beat Creator on. I mean, like, it's a map ZvPs can beat Protosses on in general, but based on how I've seen these last 2 games go, Nerchio really seems like he needs those big, wide-open maps to really play the way he wants to play against Creator, and when Creator is able to you know, the opposite of length and shorten things up a little bit. There we go. Words are hard. And really make Nerchio feel cramped. He seems to do very well, like we saw in game number 1. So I expect to see a lot of aggression come out here from Creator. I expect to see him applying constant pressure and really trying to not allow Nerchio to reach that very, very scary ZvP endgame that we saw in game number 2 onto Daybreak. This time, in fact, we're actually going to see Creator Prime switch things up a little bit. He's going to go for a Nexus first, and then he will follow it up with a Forge. So just a little change, a little tweak to his build, but still a meaningful one nonetheless. It is going to allow him to get his economy up and running just that much more quickly, and you know what? He's still totally safe against Nerchio because he's seen Nerchio go for the same 2 builds in a row, and he is now adapting to try and really crush this build in the third and final game of this best of 3 series. Nerchio once again sticking with the pool first, followed up by a hatchery. Will he go for that very quick third base, though? We will have to see. It can be a little bit weird to go up to very quick 3 bases on this map. It looks like he's going to go for it. He's not too afraid, once again, of the early game pressure from Creator because he knows Creator's going for an economic build, which I do agree with. I mean, as long as Creator just recaptures the magic of game number 1, he really shouldn't have too much of a problem taking Nerchio down here, I feel. I think now would be a fantastic time to go for that 3 Immortal all-in. This is a very strong map for it. And Creator hasn't yet busted that particular build out this game. So Nerchio may not quite be as ready and prepared for it as he maybe should. So like I said, this is from the group stages of BWC, so while neither of these players have their entire tournament lives on the line right now, this is a very important match for both of them. Group stages, you really need to get every single win you can to put yourself as high up in that group as possible. Because A, of course, you want to make it through, and then of course the higher you are, the better you are seeded into the subsequent playoff bracket. So both of these guys really want to get that additional win over the other out here. It's going to be very, very important for them to do that. It looks like they were actually able to kill the probe before it directly saw that third base. That is certainly the case. However, based on the position of the queen, which if Creator Prime was paying attention very well, he would have seen, he can definitely just assume, alright, there is a queen going towards the third base. I can pretty much assume there's a hatchery there that's going to go inject larvae into. Now, he may not have seen that. It did die very, very quickly as soon as the queen arrived. It, like, gave one acid spine. Wow, that's actually what it was called. I was making a total guess there, but it did throw 1 acid spine at the probe, and it just blew up immediately. So maybe Creator Prime didn't have time to react, go over there, and really see what was going on, but on the other hand, he is a Korean Protoss, so he's going to have some pretty sick map awareness Nerchio building that Roach Warden, going to make sure he is able to try and protect against any early game aggression. Once again, we have the fast robotics facility on the way from Creator Prime. And I'm interested to see what gets produced first out of this thing. I want to see whether it's a War Prism, whether it's an Observer, or whether it is an Immortal. And that will be very, very indicative of how the rest of this early to mid game is going to go. Now, already we have 3 more gateways on the way, and a Twilight Council. So I think this is going to be an Observer or a Warp Prism. I don't think we're going to see an Immortal pop out of it, and it is going to be an Observer. So Creator Prime actually basically just redoing the build he did on Daybreak, which of course is the build that he lost with. However, it looks like he's very, very confident with this build. Says to himself, you know what, I don't think it was because of the build I did that made me lose the previous game. I really just think it was the map that killed me. So he's going to stick with this same build. He's going to go for the double Observer, I think. He already has one out. Yeah, he is going for the double Observer. Once again, going for the quick 4 gates, going up to the Twilight Council as well, and really just wants to start getting all of that tech rolling. I assume what he's going to do is he's going to go for a timing attack later in the game, but still going to be a timing attack. Doesn't want to allow Nerchio to get up to 4 bases or anything like that, so he will certainly continue to be the aggressor this game, I do feel. Later on the way for Nerchio, a little bit later than we normally see, and wow, that's actually a lot of Zerglings moving across the map right now. Let's see if they're able to do anything. I don't think they're going to be able to do much. They may, actually, I think they should be able to delay this 3rd base if that's where they go. And yeah, Nerchio, a good, strong play right here, going to delay this 3rd base. Not going to allow the sentries to really force field them out, just wasting 1 force field right there, baiting it out. Very nice play from Nerchio. And Creator Prime wants to have his Nexus building now, like he wants it to be warping in currently. And Nerchio just running his lings around, not allowing that to happen. Now, with a few more warp-ins from those gateways, this Zergling army is not as scary as it once was. So the Nexus is on the way. Nerchio might try to just kamikaze onto it. No, he's going to pull back with the lings. Really just getting as much scouting information as he can. And I think he should be taking a 4th base here soon. In fact, I think that's what this little drone is being sent to do. And yes, it is. So he sees the 3rd base coming out here from Creator. He knows there's no big timing attack coming in the very near future. So he's going to go ahead and take that 4th base. Once again, the Infestation Pit on the way. No more Hidden Spire with suddenly surprised 17 Mutalisks coming out this game yet. And I feel like that was a big part of what allowed him to win game number 1. Now, obviously, I'm not saying he should do it again. That's the kind of trick that doesn't really work twice in the same series. But that is really what got him into a winnable position in game number 2. So my question is, how is he going to be able to get into that position here in game number 3 on Ohana LE? Well, he has produced a fair amount of roaches, a lot of lings. Looks like he's going to go for some sort of pressure here. Going to send most of his army up here into the natural. He has a small force trying to distract at the 3rd base. However, Creator Prime dealing with this very well. Just has 1 sentry force fielding at the natural. Has the rest of his army defending his 3rd base. A lot of force fields baited out right here. Really not accomplishing all that much. But still, Nerchio not really doing any direct damage as well. He has sent some roaches on a suicide mission. Just going to kill as many probes back by that mineral line as they can. However, nice force fields coming out here from Creator Prime. He is getting a lot of the remaining roaches and lings. In fact, every single one minus this guy. And I really don't think that was too worth it for Nerchio. Yeah, just lost seven probes. And yeah, just look at that resources lost tab. Nerchio has lost almost quadruple as many resources as Creator Prime has. And Creator Prime, like I said, it's just so easy to chill and protect these 3 bases. Continuing to build up his army ever so steadily. He does have Colossus tech out. The first one is on the way. Ah, excuse me. That cough completely jumped me, mugged me in a dark alley. Anyway, +3 ground weapons incoming for Creator Prime. I don't think he has any armor yet. If he does, it's only 1. Yeah, no armor out quite yet. 5th base on the way for Nerchio. So unless Creator Prime really does something to shut down the 5-base economy Nerchio is beginning to build towards, Creator could be in some trouble. The Spire is on the way. This isn't for Mutalisks. This is the standard, okay, I have my Hive incoming, so it's time to start my Spire so I can immediately do my Greater Spire. But okay, so Creator Prime going to start pushing out here. He does have 150 supplies. He's going to run into a bunch of lings. He can clean those up, though. Easy peasy. Actually, nice blink gonna be able to get them into firing range and mess up the pathing of the Lings as well. And Nerchio going to be going for a counterattack here. He wants to try and delay this game as long as he can until he has that Broodlord tech once again. He really wants to get into that same Deathball composition mode he was able to reach in game number 2. So he's running Lings all over the place, saying, hey, Creator Prime, don't leave your bases, don't come attack, otherwise you're going to have Lings ruin your day. He actually catches a Colossus out of position right here, and it's going to go down. Big pickup for Nerchio. He's going to lose a lot of these Zerglings, but you know what? I'll trade basically any amount of Zerglings for an entire Colossus any day of the week. However, Creator Prime is showing signs he's going to get on the aggressive path here very quickly. +3, about to finish up. He did just produce a warp prism. That's like a derp prism. He is producing his warp prism. It's already out, in fact. That's going to be a mobile pylon for him to warp units in with. And he's hitting at a perfect time. Nerchio, he does have his hive, but this is not a Greater Spire yet. 12 Corruptors getting produced. Is that an overreaction? How many Colossi are on the map? That is actually a gross overreaction of Corruptors. Only one single Colossus is a part of this group. So those Corruptors are going to destroy this Colossus and then really not have all that much else to do other than maybe kill a couple of the observers and maybe the warp prism if they loop around the side. And Creator Prime, he is just going to attack into this Spinecrawler wall. I don't know if this is the best decision. There are a lot of infestors here to try and delay this push as much as they can. A big blink forward, though, from the Linkstalkers. They're actually going to spread them out reasonably well, reduce the power of those infestors, of the fungal growth. And Creator Prime is desperately trying to break through the Spinecrawler wall. Only a few Spinecrawlers left. In fact, it looks like he's going to be successful. And like I said, how many Corruptors are there left? 9 Corruptors left in the sky. Nothing to do. Highly upgraded Stalkers and Immortals do not give a crap about those Corruptors, and they are dealing a lot of damage. They may get cleaned up here. It looks like they are. They are trying to run away for the time being. But look at how many drones had to get pulled to allow Nerchio to be able to do that. And Creator Prime is continuing to do damage, microing very well. And Nerchio, even though he was trying to beat back this attack, he was down to basically just the drones. He knows this does not have any long-term success left in it. He is going to have to GG out. And there is Creator Prime. Creator Prime. There we go. Going to beat out Nerchio 2-1 in this best of 3 series from the group stages of BWC. Very good games, actually. Pretty exciting ZvPs. I really did have a blast casting them. Now, if you do want to get more Darnock in your life, make sure you check out my live stream. That's twitch.tv/DarnockRis. I do a lot of live streaming over there, at least once every couple days, sometimes once every day, sometimes multiple times a day, depending on what kind of mood I am in. Not a whole lot of StarCraft action going on there yet. I do hope to start casting Go for SC2 tournaments live there, at the very least on Tuesdays, so make sure you keep track of my Twitter and Facebook for announcements regarding that. Otherwise, I just do a lot of games with fans, whether it's League of Legends, whether it's Halo 4. I do a Let's Play. I'm Let's Playing Dead Space 2 right now on my live stream. Lots of cool stuff over there, so check that out if you are so inclined. Other than that, that's it for me. I have been Darnock. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.